Good morning, I am Laura Notarbartolo and I'm here with Sabrina and Via Ciauri. These two young ladies have founded a fashion brand called Via Ciauri because their origin is from Sicily, Santa Flavia. They would like to bring the craftsmanship in their creation and collaborating with us to bring light to the craftsmanship. So I will ask you a few questions. So can you tell me how did the Via Ciauri project come to life and how did meeting with creativity shape your artistic vision?
Okay, so I think I can talk a little bit on this. So I think when I was able to work alongside the artisans, I was able to learn a wide range of different crafts. From learning the specific tombolo lace making technique with Santina and Mattea. We worked on this together, and I was also able to learn Via Ciauri, Ketty, and I was able to learn making art with recycled materials with Emanuela, many different artisans. This was an amazing experience that I was able to do here in Sicily, to work with my hands and to learn why it's so important that we have artisans. And I wanted to figure out how I could bring and really like present to a wider audience.
And so we did this presenting in London Fashion Week last September. From these experiences, we then basically took all these different artisan inspiration and we put it on the runway. And we really wanted to tell the story of the artisans here in Milazzo, in the Feudo, and to kind of bring this with us as we told this story in London Fashion Week. And so we showed the collection alongside telling the story of the artisans and videos of the artisans speaking and explaining what tombolo looks like, what these different artisanal techniques look like.
I took the concepts behind tombolo, using the thread and turning the lace, and then I used fabric instead of the lace. So I tried instead of the thread. So I tried to come up with a conceptual understanding for people to really grasp how you create these such complicated and delicate techniques. Make it something, dumb it down a bit, and make it something that everyone can understand and learn together. So we even hosted our community in London to come together and learn some of these techniques.
So we did a second fashion show, not just London Fashion Week, but we also did one during the London Fashion Week, but it was a private collection viewing where we were able to actually show people in our community what it's like to try tombolo, and so what this experience looks like to come here and learn directly from Creative Italy. And so we were so excited that so many people took an interest and were excited to come here and do the same that we did.
Thank you. That's very inspirational. Bobbin lace is a centuries-old tradition. How do you make it feel alive and in a modern world in your creation?
I think something that we did that was really cool was not just think about it in a very like what tombolo can be, is really thinking about it as a concept and then diving into that concept together and figuring out how we can kind of play around with fabrics and use the same technique with our hands and try and create it using fabrics, and so that design. And so I think it's really important to look at these artisanal techniques, not just as in this kind of, we can come here and we can learn
traditional
it
way.
In a traditional way.
Not a traditional way, but taking it and moving a step further.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and trying to apply it to fabrics and to different ideas, and so
materials.
We're able to take the artisan techniques and find them in other works.
And how these came up, I think it's really interesting to talk about the history of it, to see how we can evolve and move forward with the technique.
And this is a question about, in fact, what role can artificial intelligence and new technology play in a contemporary craftsmanship?
That's the future. So where we're heading is towards AI, using technology in our creative processes. And so even when we do our design process, and very much Mia runs that, it includes a lot of sketching on the iPad and brainstorming and kind of using technology as a helpful tool in order to kind of picture how, these artisanal techniques might come alive in fabric or come alive in design. And so we can use technology as mostly as a tool in order to help us as designers. But I also think in terms of the artisans, technology can be really useful in order to figure out new patterns to create and to brainstorm and to look at different images of what other artisans have done to share their work. So it's an amazing way that we can build a community as well.
Yeah, it's a great tool to use, and I also think in terms of biomaterials, looking at you can really bring to light, you can utilize the whatever is around you. So in the materials that you're using, in terms of fashion or in terms of art, because you're using all these different materials. So creating some artwork with recycled materials is something very innovative that I know you do here at Creative Italy. And then trying to take that a step further and looking into how we can combine technology and do something very clever where we're cleaning up even communities.
Yeah.
And bringing and using that to create beautiful things.
And looking ahead, what are your future plans for Via Ciauri?
So we have a very secret discussion we've had today, very exciting but secret discussion today about a new collection. And so this is the next step for us. For Via Ciauri, we're looking to launch again in another fashion week. So we'll confirm that soon. And to share another collection working in collaboration with Creative Italy and helping to raise awareness about the incredible work of the artisans that is happening here and how we can really showcase that to the world. And put it on a stage such as the Fashion Weeks. And we want to tell the stories of the artisans and kind of their hard work and their time and the patience to create these beautiful crafts and how we can help showcase that. So yeah.
Yeah, and we're very happy that you will be our testimonial, like for the message that we would like to, spread the word about craftsmanship and what can be done with that. And you are perfect for that because you have a lot of ethics behind what you want to, behind Via Ciauri. Last question, what advice would you give to someone aspiring to start a career in creative craftsmanship?
If there's a story behind the artwork, behind the art, behind the fashion, then you'll have a market, because then there are people who are going to want to buy that story.
Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for supporting Creative Italy and the project. And we're very happy to have you as a testimonial.
Excited to work together.
It's amazing.